vote.
Is that what to talk about a man's life?
Whose life are you talking about? The life of a dead man or the life of a murderer?
I want to know.
Who? So do I!
Excuse me, this was a secret ballot.
Nobody looked while we were voting, but now I want to know!
A secret ballot. We agreed on that point, didn't we? If the juror wants it to remain a secret...
What are you talking about? There are no secrets in here! I know who did it. What's the matter with you? You come in here and you vote guilty, then this slick preacher starts to tear your heart out with stories about a poor little kid who just couldn't help becoming a murderer. So you change your vote. Ladies and gentlemen, if that isn't the most sickening thing I've ever heard!
I agree with you that the boy is guilty. But let's be fair.
Hold it! Be fair, that's just what I'm trying to do! I'm trying to put a guilty man in jail where he belongs! And all of a sudden we're paying attention to fairy tales.
Now, just a minute.
Now you listen to me, lady!
Let's try to keep this organized. This isn't organized. But let's be civilized. Please, I'd like to say something here. I had always thought that a man was entitled to have unpopular opinions in this country. This is the reason why I came here. I wanted to have the right to disagree.
Do you disagree with us?
Usually I would. In this case, I agree with you. It's just, the point I wish to make is that in my own country, I'm ashamed to say that we don't...
Oh, no! Are we going to listen to a history of your whole country?
It's always wise to bear in mind what happens in other countries when people aren't allowed to disagree. But we are. So let's stick to the subject.
Yeah, let's stick to the subject. I want to ask you, what made you change your vote?
Yeah, you haven't told us yet.
Why do you think I changed my vote?
Because I do. Now, get
There's
on with
nothing
it.
for her to tell you. She didn't change her vote. I did. I was going to tell you you were so sure of yourself in the email.
Sorry. Okay, now let me...
Maybe you'd like to know why?
Let me tell you why that boy's a
The
dangerous cat!
woman would like to speak. Thank you. This gentleman chose to stand alone against us. That's his right. It takes a great deal of courage to stand alone, even if you believe in something very strongly. He left the verdict up to us. He gambled for support, and I gave it to him. I want to hear more the vote is tentative.
If the speech is over, let's go on.
If there was anything in this kid's favor, I would vote not guilty. I don't see what it is. Neither do I. They are clutching at straws. As guilty as they get, that's the kid, I suppose. It's that one juror that's holding out. But he'll come around. He's got to, and fundamentally, he is a very reasonable man. I guess so. They haven't even come up with one real fact yet to support a not guilty verdict. It's hard, you know? Yes, it is. And what does guilty beyond reasonable doubt really even mean? What is a reasonable doubt? Exactly. When a life is at stake, what is reasonable doubt? You have to have law and order. You have to draw the line somewhere unless people would just start knifing each other. Not much doubt here. Two people think so. I wonder why. I really wonder why. Well, you do hear stories about innocent men who have gone to jail. They were killed there sometimes, and years later things start to turn up. And then on the other hand, Some killers get turned loose, and they go and they do it again. They squeeze out on a technicality, and they kill again.
Welcome. Buddy. Now that we've had a minute to cool off from it, I didn't mean to get excited a minute ago. Nothing personal.
Okay.
Look, supposing the kid didn't kill the guy, huh? And who did?
As far as I know, we are supposed to decide whether the boy on trial is guilty or not. We're not concerned with anyone else's motives here.
I suppose. Who else had a motive?
The kid's father was long in years. Maybe no grudge.
Remember, it is guilty beyond reasonable doubt. This is an important thing to remember.
Everyone's a lawyer. Supposing you explain to us what your reasonable doubts are.
This isn't easy. So far, it's only a feeling I have. A feeling perhaps you don't understand.
No, I don't!
A feeling? What are they going to do, spend the night talking about your feelings? What about the fact?
You said a mouthful. Look, the old man heard the kid scream to his father, "I'm gonna kill you." A second after that, he heard the father's body falling. Then he saw the boy running down the stairs and out of the house 15 seconds after that.
Where's the reasonable doubt in that?
Let's not forget the woman across the street. She looked into the open window and saw the boy stab his father.
Now, if that's not enough,
It's not enough for me.
What is enough for you, I would like to know.
You like this guy, huh? It's like arguing with a damn umpire.
The woman saw the killing through the windows of a moving elevated train. The train had 5 cars, and she saw through the last 2. She remembers the most insignificant details.
Well, what have you got to say about that?
Something doesn't fit.
Well, supposing you think about it.
It's your turn. This is not a game.
Now, wait a minute.
This is a man's life.
Who do you think you are?
All right, guys, let's just take it easy.
I got a good mind to walk around this table and belt someone.
Please! I don't want any fights in here.
Hey, no charge of the mound, buddy.
Did you see him? The nerve, the absolute
All right,
nerve!
forget it. Don't mean it. What's today?
This isn't a game. Who do you think you are?
Weren't we talking about elevated trains?
Yes, we were.
So,
All right. How long would you say it would take for an elevated train going at top speed to pass a given point?
what has that got to do with anything?
Take a guess. How long?
I wouldn't have the slightest idea.
Neither would I.
I don't think they mentioned it.
What do you think?
About 10 or 12 seconds, maybe?
I said that was a fair guess. Anybody else?
I'd say about 10 seconds, perhaps.
About 10 seconds, yes? All right, we agreed 10 seconds. What are you getting at?
This. An L train takes 10 seconds to pass a given point. That given point is the window of the room in which the killing took place. You can almost reach out and touch the L, right?
That's right. I tried it.
So,
Let me ask you something else. Did anybody here ever live next to an L track before?
I was fine.
They make a lot of noise, don't they?
Yeah, lots of noise.
I've lived next to an L track. When the train goes by and your window is open, the noise is almost unbearable. You can't even hear yourself think.
All right. You can't hear yourself think. Get to the point.
The old man downstairs heard the boy
He
say...
didn't say it. He screamed it.
The old man downstairs heard the boy scream, "I'm going to kill you." Then, a second later, he heard the body fall. 1 second. That's the testimony, right?
right.
And the old woman across the street. She said she looked through the last 2 cars of the elevated train and saw the body fall. Right?
Right. So?
The last 2 cars. The last 2 cars.
What are you getting at here?
An L train takes 10 seconds to pass a given point, or 2 seconds per car. That L had been going past the old man's window for at least 6 seconds, and maybe more, according to the woman. Now, the train would have had to have been roaring past the old man's window, and the old man would have had to hear the boy say, "I'm going to kill you," while the front of the L was roaring past his nose. It's not possible that he could have heard it.
What do you mean, sure it's possible?
With an L train going by?
He said the boy screamed it out.
An L train makes a lot of noise.
It's enough for me.
It's enough for me too.
I don't think he could have heard it. Maybe the old man didn't hear it. I mean, if the elder...
What are you people talking about? Are you calling the old man a liar?
Something doesn't fit.
Let's dance to reason.
You people are crazy! Why would the old man lie? What's he got to gain?
Attention? Maybe.
You keep coming up with these bright sayings. You should write for the newspaper. I hear they pay good money.
What does that have to do with the man's life? Why might the old man have lied? You have a right to be heard.
Well, it's just that I looked at him for a very long time. The seam of his jacket was torn under his arm. Did you notice that? He was a very old man with 2 canes and a torn jacket. I think I know him better than anyone here. This is a quiet, frightened, insignificant old man who has been nothing all his life, who has had no recognition, his name in the newspapers. Nobody knows him after 75 years. This is a very sad thing. Somebody like this needs to be questioned and recognized and listened to just for once. This is very important.
And you're trying to tell us that he lied about a thing like this just so he could be important?
No, he wouldn't really lie, but perhaps he made himself believe he heard those words and recognized the boy's face.
That is the most fantastic story I've ever heard. Why would you make a thing like that up?
I'm not making it up.
You must be making it up. People don't lie about things like that.
He made himself believe he told the truth.
What do you know about it?
I speak from experience.
What?
I'm the same type of person.
I think we all understand now. Thank you.
If you want to admit you're a liar, that's okay by me.
Now that's too much.
She's a liar. She just told us
She
so.
did not say she was a liar.
Didn't you just tell us that you're a liar?
She was explaining the circumstances so that we can understand why the old man might have lied. There is a difference.
A liar is a liar is a liar. That's all there is to it.
Please, have some compassion.
Gentlemen, please. We have a job and a duty here.
I think they've covered it.
I hope we have.
Does anybody have anything else to say? Cough drop? No. Thank you.
Anybody want a cough drop?
Let's just get on with it.
I'll take one. All right. Now, there's something else I'd like to discuss about the old man downstairs. Now, I think we all agreed that he couldn't have heard the boy say, "I'm going to kill you."
Nope. I disagree.
Well, let's hear him through anyway.
But, supposing he did, this phrase, how many times have each one of us used it? If you do that once more, Junior, I'm going to kill you. Come on, Rocky, kill him. We say it every day, but it doesn't really mean we'll kill someone.
Don't the circumstances alter that somewhat?
The man was murdered.
One thing more. The phrase was, "I'm going to kill you." And he screamed it out at the top of his lungs. Anybody says a thing like that the way they say it, they mean it.
And how they mean it.
Well, do you really think the boy would scream out a thing like that so that the whole neighborhood would hear him? I don't think so. He's much too bright for that.
Right? He's a common ignorant slob. He don't even speak good English.
He doesn't even speak good English.
The boy is clever enough.
I'd like to change my vote to not guilty. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. Vote is 9-3 in favor of guilty.
I would like to know why you changed your vote.
I think there's a doubt.
Where? What is the doubt?
Well, there's the knife.
Oh, fine! Talk to you and believe in a fairy tale.
Go on. Give us the reasons. The old man, too. Maybe he didn't lie, but then just maybe he did lie. And maybe the old man doesn't like the kid.
Oh, well, this isn't the end.
I believe that there is reasonable doubt.
You believe that there's reasonable doubt? Reasonable doubt. You believe that there's reasonable doubt, huh? Reasonable doubt. Reasonable doubt. Okay, but where's your evidence, huh? From stories that this guy made up? Stories that this guy made up, man. You should write for the TV show Kojak, huh? You would make a fortune. Oh, but listen, huh? The kid had a lawyer, didn't he? So why didn't his lawyer just bring up all these points in court?
Lawyers can't prove everything.
Oh, brother. Oh, man, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You come in here, huh? And you pull these stories straight out of thin air. Now, we're all supposed to believe that the old man didn't get out of bed, run downstairs, and see the kid beat it 15 seconds after the killing.
That's the story.
Oh, right, and he swore to this. Don't forget, he swore to this so that he could be important.
Did the old man say he ran to the door?
Ran? Walked? I mean, what's the difference? He got on base.
I don't remember what he said, but I don't see how he could run. He can't run. He said he went. I remember it now. He went from his bedroom to the door. That's enough, isn't it?
Where was his bedroom again?
Down the hall somewhere.
Down the hall somewhere? Are we to send a man off to jail because he's down the hall somewhere?
I thought you remembered everything. Don't you remember that?
No, I don't.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, well, of course you don't.
Miss Foreman, I'd like to take a look at the diagram of the apartment.
Hey, you know what? Why don't we just run the whole trial over again so that you can get everything straight?
The bedroom is down the hall somewhere. Do you know? Do you know exactly where it is? Please. A man's life is at stake. Do you know?
I don't know.
Miss Foreman?
Hey,
Well, I heard you.
you know what? Why don't I go ask the bullpen?
All right, what's this one for? How come you're the only one who wants to see evidence all the time?
I want to see this one too.
So do I.
And I want to stop wasting time.
Are we going to start waiting for all that nonsense about where the body was found?
No. We're going to see how a man who's had 2 strokes in the past 3 years and who walks with a pair of canes could get to his front door in 15 seconds.
He said 20 seconds.
He said 15.
How does he know how long 15 seconds is? You can't judge that sort of thing.
He said 15. He was very positive about it.
He's an old man. Half the time he looked confused. How can he be sure about anything? You know what I mean.
No. I don't know. Maybe you know.
That's what you wanted.
That's right. Thank you.
Sure. That's my job.
You want this?
Yes, please.
Do me a favor. Come get me when all of this is over.
Yeah, okay, well.
I stared at that diagram for 2 hours. Enough is enough.
Some of us are interested. Go ahead.
All right. This is a diagram of the apartment in which the killing took place. Now, the old man's apartment is directly beneath it and exactly the same. Here are the L tracks: bedroom, living room, kitchen, bathroom. This is the hallway to the apartment. This is the door to the apartment, and these are the steps. Now, the old man was in bed in this room. He says he got up, got his canes, walked out into the hall, down the hall, to the front door, and looked out, just in time to see the boy racing down the steps. Am I right so far?
That's the story.
That's what happened, genius.
15 seconds after he heard the body fall.
Correct.
Now, The bed is next to the window. So, from the bed to the bedroom door is 12 feet. The length of the hall is 43 feet 6 inches. So, the old man had to get up out of bed, get his canes, walk 12 feet, open the door, walk 43 feet, open the front door, and then look out. All in 15 seconds. Do you think this is possible?
You know it's possible.
I don't see why not.
He did hear the boy scream. He would have been in a hurry.
The old man could only walk very slowly. They had to help him into the witness chair.
You make it sound like it's a long walk. It's not.
For an old man with 2 canes, it's a long walk.
What are you doing?
I want to try this thing out. Let's see how long it took him. I'm going to pace off 12 feet, the length of the bedroom.
You're crazy. You can't recreate a thing like that.
Perhaps if we could see it. This is a very important point.
It's a ridiculous waste of time.
Let him do it.
I don't see any harm in it. Foolish, but go ahead.
All right, this is the bedroom door. How far would you say it was from here to the door?
I'd say it was about 20 feet.
Just about.
All right, 20 feet is close enough. So, from here to the door and back is 40 feet. It's shorter than the length of the hall the old man had to walk through. Am I right?
Yeah, a few feet, maybe.
Look. This is absolutely insane. What makes you think you could do this?
We can't stop him.
Do you mind if I try this? According to you, it'll only take 15 seconds. We can spare that, right? Who's got a watch with a second hand on?
I have.
All right. When you want me to start, stand your foot. That'll be the body falling.
Well, tie me from there.
Let's say he keeps his cage right next to his bed. Right?
Right.
Okay. I'm ready.
I want the hand to be at 60.
We don't have all
I
night.
have a game to get to, lady. Let's get this going.
Speed it up. You walk twice as fast as I...
This is, I think, even more quickly than the old man walks in the courtroom.
No, it isn't.
If you want me to speed it up a little, I will.
Speed it up a little.
All right. Door. Lock. What's the time?
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 39 seconds.
That can't be.
39 seconds? Now that's interesting.
No, it's
What do you
still
think
hot.
about that? 39 seconds. And the old cripple swore on his oath that it was only 15 seconds. He may have been a little bit off on the speed that the old man walked at, but 24 seconds off? Well, now you know.
Far be it from me to call anyone a liar, and even allowing for quite a difference between you and the old man. Still, there's
Quite a discrepancy.
It's not yes the old man downstairs. Heard someone racing down the steps and assumed it was the boy.
Yeah, I think that's possible.
Assumed? Okay, now you listen to me, you people. I have seen all kinds of dishonesty in my day, but this display, well, this display takes the cake.
What dishonesty?
Tell him. You come in here with your heart bleeding all over the floor about slum kids and injustice. And you got a couple of old ladies listening to you, sure. Well, I'm not. I'm getting real sick of you. What's the matter with you people? This kid is guilty. He should burn. We are letting him slip through our fingers.
Your fingers? Are you his executioner?
Oh, I'm one of them.
Perhaps we could throw away the key.
But this kid, you better want to throw away the key.
I'm sorry for you.
Do not start with me.
What it must feel like to want to throw away that key.
Shut up.
You're a sadist.
Shut up.
You want to see this boy die because you personally want it, not because of the facts. You're a beast. You disgust me.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you! I swear to God, I'll kill you! I'm gonna kill you! You don't really mean you'll kill me,